Hey guys, Over95 here. Welcome to my bonus video for my Let's Review the Lion Guard video. Now, the reason I'm doing this is because I want to touch on things I didn't talk about in my last video. And also to talk about some things that don't normally go into a review. So, the first thing on the agenda is, well, if you guys sat through the entire 44 minutes and 44 seconds that was Let's Review the Lion Guard, which was my last video, you will know that I did a top 5 list consisting of what I consider to be my favorite episodes. And if you watched it, you'll know what they are. If you haven't, go pause this video and go check it out. Who knows, maybe your favorite episode, if you've seen The Lion Guard, will be on the list. Anyways, I want to talk about here what my runner-up. I have 5 runner-up episodes, and I want to talk about them here. And I also want to talk about why each of these are not top 5 material episodes. Don't get me wrong, the 5 episodes I have here are really good episodes, and I like them all equally. They just each have their own qualities that stop them from being top 5 material episodes. So, the way I'm going to do this, since I don't want this video to take long, unlike my last two videos, is that I'm not going to talk. I'm going to show you the name. I'm going to show you each episode individually, rather than talking about all 5 of them together as a group. So here's how it's going to work. You will see a slide that has the name of the episode on it. The way this will work is that and yes, there will be a plot summary for each episode. So that's the way it's going to work. Up here in the top row, you will see the episode's name. Below that, you'll see the plot summary for said episode. And below that, you'll see why I don't think that episode is top 5 material. I'm going to give each episode like 10 seconds. I'm going to give each part like 10 seconds. So if you want to read everything, because I might have a lot to say, pause the video and read what I had to say. And if you... And put down... Let me know in the comments if you agree or disagree with my choices. With that said, let's get started with my first runner-up choice.
You're a big guy, you freak like a little woman, you know?
That was this morning, it was cool out here. Alright. Well, the next time when it gets...
So, there you have it. Those are my runner-up episodes for The Lion Guard. I hope you guys can respect which episodes I put on the list, as well as why I think those episodes are the way they are. They're not bad episodes, mind you. They are good episodes. It's just, each of them has their flaws. Anyways, now for something I wanted to talk, next on the agenda is something I wanted to talk about in the initial review. At this part where I got to James Earl Jones, my rant about James Earl Jones, I said I wanted to talk about, just making sure my light is still on. I want to talk about the characters in The Lion Guard who got their original voice actors replaced. And the reason I wanted to talk about that is because after I saw The Lion King 1 and 2 and started watching this, it caught me by surprise, and I feel like it's something I should talk about. And I'm sure a lot of people noticed this when Return of the Roar initially aired, and when a certain episode of The Lion Guard aired. Episode 20. So anyways, before I show you which characters got replaced, I just want to make this one disclaimer. I put these characters on the list based on the actors who did the speaking parts for each of these characters, not their singing voice actors, like Cam Clark for Simba and Jeff Bennett for Zazu. So here you go. The characters that fall under this category would be Simba, Nala, Kiara, Timon, Rafiki, and Zazu. Now, here's me quickly going down the list. Simba sounds nothing like the original movies. Nala, sort of, not sort of. Yes, but no at the same time. Like here, listen to 2 clips of her back to back. One from the original movies, specifically. Here's one from the original movies, specifically Lion King 2.
You mean the dangers you put us in?
And here's a clip of Nala. Here's a voice clip of Nala from the Lion Guard episode "Never Roar Again."
Forgive you? There's nothing to forgive. You were saving my life. But
See how they sound like sort of the same, but not exactly the same? Anyways, Kiara, like Simba, sounds nothing like the original movies. Well, I shouldn't say original movies. Like, the young version of Kiara that was in The Lion King 2. There. Timon, well, here's the thing about Timon. The voice actor that Timon has in this series is not the first time that this certain actor has done this character. The voice actor that Timon has is one named Kevin Schoen, who has done Timon in the non-canon 1995 TV series, The Lion King's Timon and Pumbaa. Emphasis on the non-canon. And I know I probably just made some people mad right now. Anyways, excuse me. Kevin Schoen did Timon in certain episodes, from what I heard, of that series. So this is really Kevin Schoen's second time playing Timon, playing the Little Meerkat. Anyways, Rafiki sounds so much alike his original movie counterparts, which I'm glad. I'm glad the replacement voice actor did such a good job trying to imitate the original Rafiki from the movies, which is something I wholeheartedly like in the series. And then we have, last but not least, Zazu. Now, this is why I put up the disclaimer before I showed you the list. Because Zazu, if you want to get technical, does have one of his voice actors come back. That would be Jeff Bennett. But, here's the thing. Jeff Bennett did his singing parts in the song I Just Can't Wait to Be King. That doesn't count as a speaking part. That's singing. That's a song. It doesn't count. And yes, before anyone starts bashing me, yes, I know in the original 2 movies, Zazu had 2 different voice actors. He had the guy who played Mr. Bean, Rob Atkinson, in the original movie, and someone else in the second movie. I don't know who the voice actor for Zazu in the second movie is. I'll probably have to look that up. And once I do, while I'm ending the video, I will probably put the annotation right here. So yeah, that's why Zazu's on this list, because technically, neither of the 2 speaking voice actors he had, either the Lion King 1 or Lion King 2, came back to do their parts. I mean, their part. There's not more than one Zazu. What am I saying? So, there's the list. Now, you may have noticed that for some of you may have noticed that I left out a certain character on that list. And well, let me rephrase that. Some of you may be wondering if I left anyone out. And the answer is, yes, I did. But I left her out on purpose. That word should give you a pretty big clue as to who I left out. I'll give you like 5 seconds to figure it out. Time's up. It's Zira. I left Zira out of this list on purpose because Zira falls into a little category of her own. And this category will become the home for any other characters if this situation ever happens again. And that would be the Zira dilemma. Now, you might be wondering what this is. Well, first off, I'd just like to point out that the Zira dilemma is a term I came up with on my own, after watching Lions of the Outlands a bunch of times and doing research about Zira. And if you guys want to use this term, go ahead. Feel free to. I don't mind. Now, you might be wondering exactly what the Zira dilemma entails. Well, it requires some explanation. And then I'll give like a quick summary. So basically what it is that we know in the Lion King episode, Lions of the Outlands, their 20th episode, that Zira, Nuka, Kovu, and Vitani came back in that episode. And 3 out of the 4 of them came back with their original voice actors. Nuka came back with Andy Dick. Young Vitani came back with Lacey Chabert. And Kovu came back with Jason Marsden. The one who didn't come back with her original voice actor was Zira. Zira's original voice actor was Suzanne Plagette. And the reason she didn't come back is because 10 years after The Lion King 2 Simba's Pride was released, she passed away. So they had to cast a person named Nika Flutterman to do Zira's parts in The Lion and Lions of the Outlands. And you may be wondering why I'm putting Zira's name in this to begin with. Well, this is, to my knowledge, the first time this has ever happened to someone in the Lion King series. And before you ask, no, I'm not including Sarabi. Why? Well, yes, before anyone tells me, I know she's in the Lion King 1.5, but the reason I'm not including her is because, again, that was a retelling of the original movie. So, to me, it doesn't count. So, and I know she has, like, this cameo and something that the Lion King wiki refers to. It's something, a TV series called Wild About Safety. And I've also heard this was played at Disneyland as well in some places. I don't know where exactly. To be honest, I know I'm going to make some people mad, but I've never been to Disney World. My parents might have, but I've never gone, which I'd love to go. Anyways, I know that she and young Simba appeared in an episode. Apparently, she and young Simba appeared in an episode of the series called Safety Smart Goes Green, which, according to the wiki here, says Sarabi and Simba make a cameo during which Timon misunderstands a CFL light bulb as being a cute, fluffy lion. And angry Sarabi soon comes to get back her son. That's just what the wiki says. And I have never seen this. I don't even know if she speaks in it. I even did some research and I couldn't find anything. I literally could not find a thing about this. So, until I actually see this for myself, this episode for myself, until I see this, I'm gonna go ahead and say no, she doesn't speak. If any of you have seen this particular series and this particular episode, tell me down in the comments. I'd love to know. So if I got it wrong, I can update it somewhere in editing and with an annotation or something. And also, I'm not including Scar on this. Why am I mentioning Scar? Well, because of the news that was just released recently about the Lion King, Lion Guard's TV movie, The Rise of Scar, that's going to be in Season 2, which is coming out on the 29th instead of the 30th like they planned. Anyways, for those of you who don't know, Scar, there's going to be an episode called The Rise of Scar, which Scar will be coming back, like they've been teasing us this whole time. But the thing is, they didn't get Jeremy Irons to come back to play his part. Instead, they got someone named David, and I apologize if I'm saying this wrong, David Oyelowo? I'm not sure. Someone correct me down in the comments if I'm saying that wrong. But, so yeah, the reason why Scar doesn't fall into this category is for the reason I'm about to, like the summary of the Zira Dilemma. Basically what it is that whenever the people working on anything Lion King related want to bring back a character and bring back that character's original voice actor, and that original voice actor is dead, they have to hire someone else to do that character's voice. Now, with that in mind, the reason why Scar is not being included in this mess is because Jeremy Irons is alive. He's still alive. There's no reason not to recast him. There's no reason to recast him. In fact, I'm pretty sure all the characters I mentioned in my list, the ones who got their voice actors replaced, are still alive. Like, I'm pretty sure Matthew Broderick's still alive, or Mariah Kelly's still alive, or Nathan Lane's still alive, or Rob Atkinson is still alive, or any of those guys are still... I'm pretty sure any of those are still alive. unless I'm wrong, and you guys can tell me otherwise in the comments. But, yeah, that's basically what this thing is. And should they happen to bring Sarabi back in the future and bring... And I know that Madge Sinclair is dead, so that's why if they do bring Sarabi back in the future, and they get someone else to do Sarabi's part since Madge Sinclair is dead, then, and only then, will she fall under this category. But until then, she is out of this. Okay guys, sorry about that sudden cutoff. My camera decided to be a jerk and stop recording me for some reason. And I also had to change shirts because it's hot in my room right now. Jeez, the air conditioning must not be working for some reason in my house. Anyways, ignoring that, at the time that I'm recording this video, Season 2 of The Lion Guard has officially gotten its start, with 3 of the 5 episodes having aired that were announced as a group. Those being Babysitter Bunga, The Savannah Summit, and The Traveling Baboon Show. And the only one regular episode left to air out of the 5 is Ono and the Egg, which airs tomorrow at the time of this recording. So I'm really excited to see what that episode's going to be about. But I know what we're all excited for now that Babysitter Bunga's aired. I think we know what we're all excited for. The Rise of Scar. Anyways, but before I get into that, let me just go quickly and tell you what I think of the episodes that have already aired. Starting off with Babysitter Bunga. It was a pretty good episode, and I bet a lot of people know this, but that episode was actually based off of a book that was written by someone who works on the show of the same name. So it was actually a book before it became an episode. Before Season 2 even aired, it was confirmed that that book was getting turned into an episode, which is the first time that this has happened. But anyways, so I had to judge that episode twice, for not only for it being an episode as a whole, but also how faithful it was to the book. That's sort of how I am. If something is based off a book, I just want to see like how well does it remain faithful to its original source material. And let me just say they did a really good job of staying faithful to the book. Everything that happened in the book happened in the episode. And I do understand they had to expand the episode, because that book was like something you could read in under like 2 minutes, and a Lion Guard episode is like 11 times that length. So everything that happened in the book happened in the episode, and there's still a few things added in there for others, like to show like how like the Guard would do without if Bunga weren't there, and how like their side of the story. So anyways, on to the second episode, so the Savannah Summit, which another YouTuber by the name of Brandon Croker has already done a review on that episode. Go check his review out. It's actually pretty good. But anyways, what I think of the episode, pretty good. Although I didn't expect what happened at the end of the episode. For those of you who haven't seen it, I'm just gonna say right now that I'm giving away some major spoilers, so if you don't want any, pause this, go watch the episode if you haven't seen it. It's probably online somewhere. In fact, if you can find the episode if you go to a certain website called watchcartoonsonline.eu. Type in The Lion Guard and you'll find it. Trust me. Anyways, so near the end of the episode, basically what the episode is about is that Simba has put together this special event called the Savannah Summit, where different animal leaders come together to like discuss things due to the dry season approaching. And one of the people who was invited to the Savannah Summit is none other than the crocodile himself, Maku, who Kion and the Guard do not trust one bit, but Simba thinks he's actually ready to negotiate things. And I like the Guard was kind of untrustworthy. I think that was the point of the point. But anyways, Kion and the Guard keep thinking that Maku is doing something throughout the day to other animals. And their good friend Matoto, the little elephant who made his appearance in the episode Follow That Hippo, is back, and he's actually helping out the Lion Guard. due to the fact that elephants can hear things from far away by using their ears, he uses this ability. The Kion has Mototo use this ability to sense, to listen for anything involving Maku, so they can, if they hear it, go to the scene of where it's happening. But there's at one point, Simba tells Kion that he's somewhat ruined the Savannah Summit, and that it's up to him to fix it. So then Kion goes to talk to Mufasa, and he gets the idea that Maku probably isn't the cause of some things at the Savannah Summit, but rather he's the target for two other animals. So the guard finds out that this is indeed true, and they rescue Maku from certain danger. And Maku's well, who would do something like this? But then Kion gets an idea of how they can find out and how to get to the bottom of all this. At the Savannah Summit, Kion just comes out and says that Maku has completed his journey through the circle of life. And I'm just sitting there, one day he said that, really, Kion? Why did you have to say something like that? I didn't expect you, out of all characters, to say something like that. I'd expect it from Simba, because he's the king, but not you. Anyways, I'm getting off track. The point is, I didn't expect something like that. I would have expected, Kion used deductive reasoning to think who could be who could be the contender to do something like that. And, start, saying things that would make the two who pull off this feel tremendous guilt, and then to build us to the point where they actually just spill the beans and confess to what they did. But that's just a minor thing, and overall it was a good episode. And then we had the Traveling Baboon show, which was also really good. I liked everything about it. I actually kind of forgot afterwards that that Janja and the hyenas were in it, mainly because to their part of the episode being so short. All 3 episodes were great, and I'm really excited to see what Ono and the Egg will be about. Now all we have to do is wait. After that, just wait for the Rise of Scar, am I right? I'm actually really, really excited for the Rise of Scar. You can tell it in my voice. I have a severe amount of excitement. And I bet a lot of you guys are excited too. So, for those of you guys who don't know, Disney Junior has actually released a trailer for the Rise of Scar. It's on their YouTube channel. Go check it out if you want. I have. Me and my friends have checked it out, and we're all hyped about this. And so I'm really excited to see what Scar will bring Scar into the series will do. I'm really, really excited. So yeah, that's all I really wanted to say. That's all for me, I guess. So I'm just gonna leave it here. If you like what I do, if you like this video, hit the like button, and if you really like the stuff I make, hit the subscribe button and hit the bell icon so you'll be notified of when I post. Until then, this is LLover95 signing off. See you later, guys.